Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today. I'm really excited to share today's Envision Preneed Pro Tip. There's a quote I love that I've used quite often, which is, sales is not about selling anymore, but about building trust and educating. That's by Shiva Devaki. It's one of my favorite quotes. We've seen a transition over the last 10, 20 years, and especially these last 12 to 24 months, where selling really is about serving and educating your families. So how do we build trust with our client families when we're meeting with them, either virtually, over the phone, or in person? As we're talking to these families about such a sensitive and sometimes uncomfortable topic, it's important that we allow them to say in their own words why they decided to meet with us today. So we're going to cover 4 incredibly important emotional questions that we want to ask with our client families every single time. The first is very simply asking the family, have you ever talked about what you would want for your final arrangements? We want to allow everyone present to vocalize what their thoughts are, or if they haven't thought much about it, that's okay too. But just simply asking that question, have you ever thought about what you would want for yourself when the time comes? The second question is just very simply, have you ever had to make arrangements for a loved one? That could have been recently, it could be sometime in the past. And then also asking, what was your most memorable loss experience? Maybe they're in today because they lost their father last year, but maybe there was something that impacted them in their 20s of a close friend or relative that passed away. Allow them to express that to you. How was that experience for them? Did that person prearrange, or were those decisions made after passing occurred? Have that conversation with the family. The third and sometimes most uncomfortable question is just asking, if it's a couple, if something had happened to you yesterday and you had passed away, who would be meeting with us here at the funeral home today? It gets them to visualize and bring to reality that there will be a day that comes that this will happen. Get them to visualize what they want that day to look like. We have control over allowing our family to have the comfort and peace of mind of knowing that these decisions were made in advance. But we need to allow them to tell us who would meet with us. If they say they're children, let's dive a little deeper. Talk to me about your kids. How many do you have? Is there one that would be in charge? Would they all get along? Have that conversation with them. And give them an idea early on about what to expect from a cost standpoint. Don't save that for the end. They'll appreciate it, and it allows you to have that conversation early on. The fourth and maybe most important question is, what brought you in to meet with me today? We have a beautiful presentation page at the beginning of our planning guide that gives them a list of some possible reasons that they may want to meet with us. Perhaps it's peace of mind. Sometimes it's making these decisions together and not alone. But quite often it's removing that burden, emotional and financial, from their loved ones. So allow them to say in their own words why they met with you today, why they know that pre-planning is so important. Once we know their why, we can proceed from there, and it's all about building that trust and educating. Hope you found this helpful today. Thanks for joining us. We're so honored to be able to see you. Hope to see you soon. Take care.